Welcome to A Word from the Word for September 1st. Today's reading, Ezekiel 10. Today's key verse, "And the glory of the Lord went up from the cherub to the threshold of the house, and the house was filled with the cloud, and the court was filled with the brightness of the glory of the Lord." Ezekiel 10:4. Today's word from the Word, the glory of the Lord.
Imagine God's glory like a dazzling and immersive light show display. It is a multisensory experience that can evoke a range of emotions and sensations. As you stand amidst the spectacle, you are enveloped in a vibrant tapestry of colors, shapes, and patterns. The lights dance across your skin, creating a dynamic interplay between light and shadow. The air around you seems to vibrate with energy as the pulsating beats of the music synchronize with the flashing lights. It's not just about the colors and lights, but the overwhelming sense of wonder and awe it creates. Although this comparison is woefully inadequate, in a sense, that's what God's glory is like, a breathtaking, powerful display of His amazing shining presence. It's like seeing the brightest, most beautiful sunrise and feeling completely amazed by its splendor. When God's glory first filled the temple in Jerusalem during Solomon's dedication of the temple, it was like bringing heaven to earth. 2 Chronicles 5 describes how the house of the Lord was filled with a cloud because the priest could not minister before the Lord because of the cloud. For the glory of the Lord filled the house of God. It was a tangible sign of God's presence and His commitment to His people. It was as if the whole place was vibrating with God's love and power. But just like a light show can fade away, so too can God's glory. When people disobey God and turn away from Him, it's like casting a shadow over His brilliance. Here in chapter 10, Ezekiel tells us a sad story about God's glory departing from the temple in Jerusalem because of the people's disobedience. That's why it's so important to live a life that invites God's glory to stay. We need to be like magnets, drawing His amazing presence into our hearts and lives. By choosing to obey God and follow His ways, we create a space where His glory can shine brightly. It's like being a living temple, a place where God's beauty and power are on full display. Don't you know that you yourselves are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in your midst? 1 Corinthians 3:16. So let's seek to live lives that are filled with God's glory. Let's be people who radiate His love and goodness and shining brightness to the world. May the Lord make the glory of His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May He lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace.
Thanks for joining us for today's word from the Word. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell